So, how about your ear training? When you already practiced the intervals and maybe even watched my videos on this topic, this is the place for you to be. Because this video is about chords, or triads to be more specific. You will learn how to recognize major and minor chords by ear and how they work. This knowledge will help you a lot, especially when you want to transcribe songs. Hi, this is Svenja, and today we continue with ear training for guitarists. For this video, it's important that you already got the sound of thirds in your ears, since chords are constructed of thirds. As my patron, you get the tabs with the following exercises as PDF and guitar profile. Just click the link to my profile in the description below, choose a membership level and download the tabs. First, you should learn how chords sound melodically or separated into their single notes. Especially in the beginning, it will be difficult for you to hear the single notes and to recognize the chord when it is played harmonically or with all notes at once. I'll now show you an exercise with major chords over all 6 strings. We start with the B major chord. So you play the lower E string in the 7th fret with your middle finger for the root note. Then you've got the major third, D sharp in the 6th, and the 5th of the chord, F sharp in the 9th fret of the A string. Notice that there's a major third starting from the root and a minor third between the major third and the 5th of the chord. It's important that you are aware of this to hear the chord construction. The best way to get this construction in your ears is to sing the notes while you play them, since there's a strong connection between your voice and your musical ear. Start by playing every single chord tone first and then sing it, like this. 1, 3, 5, 3. I know, I'm a great singer. When you played and sang the B major chord, you continue with the E major chord and the same pattern, starting from the 7th fret on the A string with the notes E, G sharp and B. 1, 3, 5, 3. Then you move over to the D and G string with the same pattern. But beginning from the G string, the pattern changes, and the third is in the same fret as the root note. So you play 7 on G, 7 on B, and the 5th of the chord moved up 1 fret into the 10th fret of the B string. Here you have to roll from the G over to the B string in the 7th fret with your index. You can watch me playing this in a sec. On the B and higher E string, you repeat the pattern you used for the lower E to D string. But here you start in the 8th fret of the B string, since for this exercise you always move 1 fret or 1 semitone up from the 3rd to the root note of the next chord. And here's the complete exercise. It's important that you also learn to hear the chord tones descending, starting on the 5th, played all the way down to the root. Especially when you want to transcribe guitar solos with descending arpeggios, this will help you a lot. So now you play the first exercise backwards, starting in the 10th fret of the higher E string, moving down into the 7th fret of the E string, and then into the 8th fret of the B string. In the end, you play the third in the 7th fret of the higher E string again, before you move over to the next chord, starting in the 10th fret of the B string. Keep singing the chord tones while you're playing. I will do this for the first chord now. 5, 3, 1, 3. And here's the complete exercise. Of course, the same exercise also works with minor chords, but keep in mind that you have to play every third 1 fret lower compared to the major chord. So you play the A to G string in the 5th instead of the 6th fret, and the B and higher E string in the 6th instead of the 7th fret. Notice that the construction of the chord changes too. Now you've got a minor third starting from the root and a major third between the 3rd and the 5th of the chord. This is how this exercise is played ascending. And now descending. Now it's time to hear chords harmonically and to put the single notes together in your head. Let's stick to the B major chord played on the D to B string. You've got the root note in the 9th fret of the D string, the major third in the 8th fret of the G string, and the 5th in the 7th fret of the B string. Play the chord without singing the notes and listen closely. Take your time and just focus on the sound and the single notes. Now play the single notes and sing them like this. 1, 3, 5. Repeat this several times. Also do this for the minor chord, but remember that you have to play the third 1 fret lower, so in the 7th instead of the 8th fret of the G string. When you're comfortable with this exercise, play the chords and sing the notes without playing them first. With the last little exercise, you learn to hear the difference between major and minor chords. Most people find that major chords sound happy, while minor chords sound sad. I think this connotation fits pretty well. Anyway, play the major and then the minor chord and take your time listening to them. Notice how you feel playing every chord, or what you think, what it sounds like to you, and remember this connection. I'll now play you the B major and then the B minor chord so that you can focus on the sounds. Remember to play these exercises over the whole fretboard. When you practice them on a regular basis, it will get a lot easier for you to recognize chords in songs and to transcribe them. And before you grab your guitar and practice, please don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. I'd be really happy if you watched my next videos too, so also hit the bell icon and you won't miss anything. We'll see us in the next video really soon. Until then, keep grooving.